I'm Devin Nowowiejski. I play running back and defensive end for the Buffalo Bronx. We ended up playing a tough game against the Sturgis Scoopers last Friday, and I ended up rushing 167 yards with 28 carries. I feel like in the first two halves, the entire team played very, very hard, and we executed our game plan. But then after that, I think the second quarter, it didn't quite go our way. I'm very happy with how I played that game. I just hope this week we can come out and play a hard game against STM and hopefully come home with a victory that night.
We're at Belfast High School visiting with their head football coach, Scott Slotin, and went down to Woodlefield in Sturgis last Friday night, took on the Scoopers, and they were hungry for a win, and tough team, but you were toe-to-toe with them for most of the game.
Yeah, the boys came out hard, and Sturgis is we talked about it last week. They're a very talented team that has just played a very tough schedule, and the run defense didn't get the job done. Giving up 419 yards rushing to them is a lot of rushing yards, and 366 or so to one guy. That's too much to be able to win a football game. And the boys competed hard for 2.5 quarters, and then just the wheels kind of fell off the train, and the fourth quarter wasn't pretty for us. But hats off to Sturgis. They wore us down, and you can make excuses about injuries and stuff like that, but we just our numbers weren't high going into the season, and then when you get a few injuries, it shows on the field. It really does show when you have to go to those subs, and Sturgis played better than us, and they got the win, and we just got to get back to grinding and working and getting better so we can compete for the next 3 weeks and try to win 3 football games. Devin Nowowiejski had a really good night for us. Ran for, I think it was 167 yards and a touchdown. Really ran hard the whole night. Didn't get many breaks because, he's usually a backup on defense, but we had some guys go down where he was on defense the whole time as well. And to pound out 167 yards rushing, that's really, really good, and we're proud of him. He's been running hard all season and deserved a big game like that. We had Anthony Budmeyer and Nolan Waffel both play quarterback. They came out and completed the balls we needed to early, but late in the game it didn't work out. But I thought, offensively we held our own pretty well for 3 quarters, and then when you get down, our offense doesn't work the greatest when you're down 21 points. We don't have much of a spread hurry up, so it didn't go great in the fourth. But those guys played really good, and I thought, people don't notice this part of the game, but both Anthony Budmeyer and Kyron Newley punted really well for us. And when the teams, that's part of the reason, I guess, why they had so many rushing yards, because we kept on pinning them deep with our punts and doing a good job with the punts and giving them a lot of field to run on. But those guys punting the ball helped change the field position, and that's a third of the game that a lot of people don't notice. And then we had Anthony Staley also kick 2 field goals for us, which is great for a lot of teams that aren't able to even kick field goals, and he knocked down 2 of them, so that was good.
What's up next for the varsity?
We got STM this weekend at STM. St. Thomas More is always top of our conference, very competitive team. Coach Sullivan's got a good program down there running, and we got to go down there and look to compete in a football game. They're going to run very similar stuff to what we've seen in the past, and they like to run a lot of D-line stunts and motions, and that can get in a team's head sometimes. So we got to make sure that we're disciplined and focused, and we can't let their movements of their defense affect our offense. And then, defensively last year they ran all over us. They just came out and challenged us, said, we're going to push you around and run all over you. We got to make sure that we're playing downhill and we're defending the run. And obviously after they see the film from last week, they're going to know that we're susceptible to run, and hopefully we made the necessary changes to compete in a football game and go down there and look for a W.
Coach, thanks for taking time.
Hey, thank you for having me. Go Bronx.